was about to pass this up completely, and I'm so glad that I didn't. Today we are watching The Menu. I feel like I'm late to the party all the time. This movie has been out for a hot minute. The Last of Us was out for at least 2 months before I started it. And most movies that I get to watch or will be watching further down the line on this channel are going to be out for a really long time, like decades. There are some classic movies that I've never watched before, and I will be diving into those. Primarily, I think I'm going to be sticking with some of the more scary cult classics, because I've never watched them. It's something that I've always wanted to get into. I never really had anyone besides my best friend to watch scary movies with, and my dad. It would be fun to get them on the channel as well, so maybe we can do that. I'm probably going to be doing more of the big name movies. I feel so embarrassed to even admit this. I've never watched It. I've never watched The Exorcist. I've never watched Lost Boys. I've never watched, like, oh my god, so many movies. I kind of want to watch those leading up to Halloween just so I can get into the spooky spirit, you know? So I thought I'll creep in today with The Menu. It's a newer movie. It's something I've been interested in watching. I've just been putting it off. Primarily because I heard that a lot of people said it's like triggering, very like upsetting, or it possibly could be. I don't know. So I did cheat just a little bit, and I looked into the warnings just because, laying it all out here, I have PTSD, so sometimes I'm a little nervous to watch these movies, because sometimes things just come out of nowhere if you don't look it up. There are some things that might be a little like, ooh, but I looked it up. I know that, like, that theme will happen. I don't know exactly what it is. Also, I just assumed that this movie would be about what it sounds like. It says The Menu, and I know it's like a horror movie, so like I just assumed like it's gonna be people on the menu, and I was like, I'm just not really interested. It's just kind of like a boring, easy go-to, it feels like. And apparently that's just like not the case. Like, I specifically looked it up, and they're like, no, that's like not in here. So I was like, you know, it's got some really good actors, and it's supposed to be about like food or foodies, or like, I don't know exactly because I haven't watched it and I don't want to like research it too much. But I'm someone who used to watch hours of the Food Network channel with my grandmother, my mama, and I really enjoyed that. And like as a teenager, that's like what I would binge watch. I was kind of a weirdo, but I know how to cook a bunch of really cool food. I don't do it all the time. I have mixed feelings just because I'm someone who's unfortunately judgmental at first about things. Like, I have this preconceived notion about like everything, and that's why I haven't watched a lot of really probably good movies. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's get into it.
Please don't smoke, it'll kill your palate.
Then my palate will die happy.
When you smoke, you ruin your ability to be able to appreciate
Come on.
them. Please.
Wow. I could never.
Is that gonna fit everyone?
12 customers total.
A night? What are they trying to profit?
$12.50 a head.
You're fucking kidding, right? What are we eating, a Rolex?
Let's not ruin this by talking price yet. Go with the flow.
Hey, it's your dime.
They don't fit at all. Like, I don't see them together.
Fuck.
Holy fucking shit. Lillian Bloom.
Hawthorne, all aboard!
I saw all his movies when I was a kid.
Apparently he's a big foodie. Thinks he is.
Chef Slowick would like to welcome you with a raw local oyster and a mignonette emulsion with lemon caviar.
Are made with alginate.
Alginate as in,
As an algae.
right, yeah. Pond scum.
It's
Delicious.
Hello, Mr. Ledford and Miss Westerville.
Sorry, yeah, no, that was, it's not Miss What, the change of plans. This is Miss.
I'm Margot. Nice to meet you.
Oh, ouch.
Margot, welcome. We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
What
Thanks.
the fuck, dude?
I'm so sorry. That was really awkward.
We have the bounty of the sea surrounding us. We are harvesting scallops. You'll eat them tonight.
Hey, harvest harder, me dude! We're starving!
And I'm close personal friends with the chef.
We age for an astonishing 152 days to relax the protein strands.
I had aged steak one time at this schmoozy restaurant, and I fucking hated it.
Yes.
What happens if you serve it on the 153rd day? Does all hell break loose?
The bacteria would introduce itself to the consumer's bloodstream and spread into their spinal membranes, after which point he or she would become incapacitated and shortly thereafter expire. Yes, all hell would break loose.
Okay.
We harvest, we ferment, we slaughter, we marinate, we liquefy, we spherify, we gel. We gel. Dinner is typically 4 hours and 25 minutes.
Are we going, Chief? Here. Switch seats with me.
I don't need a better view.
I want to look at the kitchen.
Thank you.
Please do not photograph our dishes. Chef strongly feels that the beauty in his creations lies in their ephemeral nature.
Do you make that with a Paco jet?
Exactly right, sir. You really know your stuff, Mr. Ledford.
You know my name?
Oh, we like to know everyone who dines with us.
Detail.
See,
It's
like,
like,
she was
fuck.
already there.
Fuck me. Is he looking at me?
No, he's looking at her because she's not supposed to be there. Seems like they wouldn't let her in if it was such a big deal.
Cucumber melon, milk snow, and charred lace. Enjoy.
Can you taste a little goat? Right at the end, a little kid.
She said milk.
She did not say of what species.
She did not. Okay, me and Amanda are not good. It's not good.
Your fault?
No, it was her fault. She made me text her coworker. Yeah, fucking, of course it's my fault, bro. I'm an asshole.
So what is it with this food thing?
You know how people idolize, athletes and musicians and painters and stuff? Those people are idiots. What they do, it doesn't matter. They play with inflatable balls and ukuleles. Chefs, they play with the raw materials of life itself and death itself. I've watched them play a raw scallop during its last dying contraction of muscle. It's art on the edge of the abyss, which is where God works too.
That was beautifully put, Tyler.
Stop, don't.
No, I'm being
No.
serious. I think I'm starting to get it.
It's like if they get it wrong, he just like pulverizes them right there.
Okay.
Yes, chef.
Good evening. Welcome to Hawthorne. I have to beg of you one thing. It's just one. Do not eat. Taste, savor, relish. Consider every morsel that you place inside your mouth. Be mindful, but do not eat. Our menu is too precious for that. Accept all of it. And forgive. And on that note, food. Our first course is called the island. On your plate are plants from around the island, placed on rocks from the shore. We, people on this island, are not important. The island and the nutrients it provides exist in their most perfect state. What happens inside this room is meaningless compared to what happens outside, in nature, in the soil and the water and the air. We are but a frightened nanosecond. Nature is timeless. Enjoy.
That's a cherry thought.
Oh my fucking god.
Are you crying?
Almost too beautiful to eat.
You know, the nicest restaurant in my hometown.
You don't
is
think Chef's mad at me, right? For the scallop thing?
You don't have to call him Chef Tyler. You're the customer. You're paying him to serve you. It doesn't really matter whether he likes you or not.
It's half great. It's there in moments.
There in moments.
There's a neediness to the plating, you know. I mean, it's been tweezered to fuck, but the flavors are there. It's very clean. It's very...
It has been tweezered to fuck.
We're eating the ocean.
You're eating the ocean.
Yes. How is it?
It's good.
You can't just say good for the show. You have to embellish.
It's not brain surgery,
I know.
okay?
Okay,
it's
so
a
then do
goddamn
it.
travel food show.
Yeah.
Oh, we go to Italy, right? They shoot me in capri pants on a pastel green Vespa, driving around and get to some Giuseppe's farm with cheese. I eat the cheese, I close my eyes and I fake an orgasm, and then off to South Africa, and then maybe I talk about how racism is not so cool, and bingo bongo, Emmy time. Okay? Can I eat now?
I mean, I've had shellfish just as good with my chef at home, Ricardo. You know Ricardo, he's amazing.
Incredible.
Whatever, at least we can say we've been here, right?
Is he gonna keep doing that?
Bread has existed in some form for over 12,000 years, especially amongst the poor. Ancient Greek peasants dipped their stale, measly bread in wine for breakfast. How did Jesus teach us to pray, if not to beg for our daily bread? It is and has always been the food of the common man. But you, my dear guests, are not the common man. And so tonight, you get no bread.
This is next. Are you fucking serious?
Please enjoy the unaccompanied accompaniments.
The bread you will not be eating tonight was made from a heritage wheat called Red Fife.
I gotta say that the shit around the total absence of the bread is like really good.
A little outrageous, isn't it?
That's fiendish. He's always been keenly aware of food as a history of class. I mean, as have I.
Sure.
This emulsion does look slightly split. You really shouldn't see that in a restaurant of this quality. There it is.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is trying to guess what the overarching theme of the entire meal is going to be. You won't know till the end.
You like this.
Basically
insulting you.
No. You don't get it. It's a concept.
I know what a concept is, Tyler. Call me the girl next door, but maybe there are some rules that you should give a fuck about, like giving food to people at a restaurant.
I make my own bread.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's very rustic. It's peasant style, yeasty.
Miss Bloom, here is another broken emulsion. Courtesy of Chef Slack.
Could we please get a little bread, and some gluten-free for my friend as well?
No.
You know who we are, right?
Yes.
Did you say no?
I said no, yes.
Okay. Wow.
May I?
You don't have to do that. Okay.
You will eat less than you desire and more than you deserve.
You're not going to try it?
No.
I think I beat it. That was a total accident. I'm sorry. That was... No, I'm so sorry.
You haven't touched your food.
There is no food.
No, this is food.
I want to fill up.
That would not be possible. I've precisely designed the portions to account for that. So the menu only makes sense if you eat.
But you told us not to eat.
That is not what I meant, madam. You know it.
I am perfectly capable of deciding when I eat and what. Thank you.
Christ, that was humiliating.
Tyler, the guy's a prick.
Don't.
Oh. It's just like mama or something.
He's staring again. Where do we know her?
We don't.
Does look like Claire.
Why do you keep saying that? She doesn't. She's nothing like her, Claire.
The next course is called memory. So let me tell you a memory of mine. When I was growing up, Tuesday was taco night. Taco Tuesday. Here, this lady here, this is my mother. As you can see, she's rather drunk. When I was 7 years old, my father came home quite drunk. My mother grew angry and screamed at him. He proceeded to wrap a telephone cord around her neck and pull it tight. Begged him to stop. I finally had to stab him in the thigh with kitchen scissors. You remember that, Mother, don't you? Suppose I should have stabbed him in the throat that evening. It was, as you can imagine, very memorable taco night.
What the fuck was that?
House-smoked breast chicken thigh, al pastor, and our own tortillas made with heirloom masa. Because we're always innovating. The images on the tortillas have been made using a laser engraving machine. We hope this taco night evokes strong memories for us all.
They're restaurants. that I reviewed that all closed.
After you had the melanoma removed from your forehead, there's the bandage. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, they're on me for tonight taking fucking photos.
Jesus Christ, what's with this
I
guy?
knew it. He hates me.
Call him Dr. Sunshine.
God, I forgot about that one.
Dumb part, bad script. Fun shoot, though.
Maybe it's a joke, because you're friends, right?
Yeah, friends.
Hey, guys, what the fuck? Are these?
Shares.
It's not good. What the hell are these?
These are tortillas. Tortillas deliciosas.
Yeah, so what are these?
These are tortillas. Your document showing how your company has created invoices with fake charges.
Oh no.
Who is that woman?
Ah, it's what I thought. It's what I thought was gonna happen.
Well, how the hell should I know?
Okay, I have to make this right somehow. I have to.
Well, I'll tell you how you make it right. You
What
send the shit
hers?
back. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Hi. Did you just fucking snap at me?
You're a child. You thanked them for even letting you in the door.
What did you just call me?
I called you a child. That's what you're fucking acting like.
Tyler, you need to apologize to me right now. You cannot speak to me that way.
Actually, I can, because ding dong, I'm the one who's paying, so maybe shut up and eat.
Oh,
Oh my god. This is incredible. You have to try this.
No thanks. Don't let me interrupt.
How can I assist you?
Just looking for the ladies' room.
Right this way.
What's behind that silver door?
Something very special.
so ominous, so creepy, so reserved. I fucking love that bathroom. Oh, those green tiles. This is the second movie that I've been like, oh, the green tiles in this movie. That's fucking terrifying.
You shouldn't be in here.
You've barely eaten the food. Why? I take my work very seriously and you're not eating. And that wounds me.
It's nothing personal, dude. Maybe it is a little bit.
I'm Julian Slowick and I'm the chef here. Now, who are you?
I'm Margot Mills.
It's not who you want me to think you are. Who are you?
I am Margot.
You shouldn't be here tonight.
Please get the fuck out of my way.
Dude, if somebody was like, you shouldn't be here tonight, I would be like, fucking take me home. How can I leave? You shouldn't be here tonight. What can I do to help you get me the fuck off this island? Because my date is a fucking asshole, and I don't really want to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please meet sous chef Jeremy Loudon. Jeremy created the next dish. It's called The Mess. Jeremy's goal, as he wrote in a heartfelt letter, was to work for me here at Hawthorne. Jeremy is talented. He's good.
He looks so
He's
thrilled
very good.
to be there.
But he's not great. He'll never be great. He desperately wants my prestige, my job, my talent. Correct, Jeremy?
Yes, chef.
Jeremy has forsaken everything to achieve his goals. And even when all goes right and the food is perfect and the customers are happy and the critics are too, there is no way to avoid the mess. The mess you make of your life, of your body, of your sanity by giving everything you have to pleasing people you will never know. Do you like this life that you dreamed about?
No, chef.
Mm-hmm. And do you want my life? Not my position or my talent, my life.
No, chef.
Wait.
Your fourth
Wait.
course, sous
Wait.
chef Jeremy's The Mess.
Wait. Okay, that's specifically the one thing I said I didn't want to fucking see.
I was shocked I didn't see that coming.
Part of the show. This is what
a
you're.
show? That's not.
This is what you're paying for.
Is he dead? Is this real?
This is just theater. This is what he does. It's part of the menu.
Enjoy.
That scene happens in every reaction that I watch.
They're leaving.
Is something wrong?
Fucking move.
Just do what they say.
No,
for
I
God's sake.
I'll handle this.
With which hand will you handle this, left or right? Left hand. Ring finger.
Come on.
Mr. Liebrecht, please hold still. Please stay seated.
It's all part of the menu.
Talk to him because you know him, right?
I made that up. Why? Because I'm a name-dropping whore, that's why, okay?
Spins ring, madam.
I honestly think that this whole thing is just for our benefit. And this is incredible.
The acting is astonishing.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Chef Slowick would like to see you in the kitchen.
Oh, I don't fucking think so. It's almost like Saw. It's like, oh, well, you cheated on your wife, so now I'm gonna tell her and I'm gonna chop off your fucking finger because you don't deserve it.
Why are you doing this?
You're just simply wrong. Who are you?
My name is Margot.
I've served many Margos. You're not a Margot. Guest list this entire evening has been painstakingly planned, and you were not a part of that plan.
Then they shouldn't have let her on.
And it's spoiling everything. Proceed. I have to know where to seat you. With us or with them.
And then you'll let me live?
That you live? No. Of course not. And that'd ruin the menu. We're all going to die tonight. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir!
So, the question is, do you want to die with those who give or with those who take?
I die either way. It's arbitrary.
Protein or veg? Protein or veg? Fucking fair. Why do you get a kitchen course? Smoke all day, can't even fucking taste it.
And that's who she gets to die with.
Fuck it. I'm gonna break this fucking window.
Let me help you back to your table.
Are there any questions about me or Hawthorne?
Is this bergamot I'm getting, Chef?
Yes, it is.
I think I speak for everybody here when I say that, we want to know.
What the fuck is this happening, man?
Well, I'll tell you. None of this should be a surprise to most of you. Lillian, if I may, knows the damage she has done to so many livelihoods. No, you don't talk. You love that I texted you an invitation for this evening. Me yearning for your attendance. Your ego was fed. But that is to be expected. And no, you fed my ego as well. My loyal regulars. How many times have you eaten here in the last 5 years?
6 or 7.
I think it's more than that, Dick.
11. Most people consider themselves blessed if they eat here only once. Mr. Liebrandt, kindly name one dish you ate the last time you were here.
You won't know.
Cod? It wasn't cod, you donkey. It was halibut. Rare fucking spotted halibut.
What does it matter?
It matters to the halibut and to the artist whose work turns to shit inside your gut. I've allowed my work to reach the price point where only the class of people in this room can access it. And I've been fooled in trying to satisfy people who can never be satisfied. Starting with her. But that's our culture, isn't it? And my restaurant is part of the problem. Doug Verrick is my angel investor. I would have to say
That's
that
the
Doug
angel
Verrick
wings.
owns me, except now things are a little more complicated, and I own Doug Verrick.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he'd already be dead. Okay.
Say how much and we'll give it to
Doesn't
you.
care.
Just say a fucking number, man.
No. I don't need your money.
After you opened through COVID.
Yes, you did. When you questioned my menu, request substitutions, despite the fact that there are no substitutions! I said, listen.
I was screaming so loud just so he could
And-
have the satisfaction of hearing that man scream.
Under ego. Sad. Quiet. Do you hear that silence? Listen, can you hear it?
I hate him. Oh, I hate him.
Chef will speak with you now in his office.
You've made your decision.
I have. I shouldn't be here.
Well, I was expecting more.
Fuck you.
You belong here, with your own breed.
And what breed is that?
With the shit shovelers. You thought I couldn't tell? Oh, I know a fellow service industry worker when I see one. Mr. Lebrand, he paid for an experience. And I can tell, as one provider of experiences to another, that you don't rattle easily.
He told me to agree with everything he said and continue eye contact while he jerked off.
Yeah, well, specific.
He told me to tell him that he was a good man and that I was his daughter and that he loved me and I loved him.
So he's a romantic. I know what a bad customer is. Do you enjoy providing your services?
Yes, Jorge. I used to. Do you enjoy providing yours?
I haven't desired to cook for someone in ages. Come with me.
Come on, outside.
Please.
Come on.
Sir, I'm
Fuck
grateful.
book it.
Come
Run. And so you
Please
think I'm
follow
that shit
Chef.
booby-trapped? Shut the fuck up.
Our next course will be presented by sous chef Catherine Keller.
3 years ago, Julian Slowick tried to fuck me. I refused his advances. A week later, he tried again. But he didn't fire me. He kept me in his kitchen and refused to look me in the eye or speak directly to me for 8 months. He can do that because he's the star. He's the man. Our next course is called Man's Folly.
His eyes. Oh, not his eyes. Not his eyes. Not his eyes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it could have been more impactful.
For male
if
diners,
she...
we now offer you the chance to escape. You'll be given a 45-second head start. Members of my staff will try and catch you. If they do catch... Okay.
If they do catch you... Oh my god. Oh my god.
Leave you to it.
I wouldn't run. I wouldn't have ran.
Go.
I would not have ran.
It's delicious.
There was a time that would have meant a lot to me, Miss Bloom.
It's so good.
It's really good.
Yeah, I do.
We're all really dying tonight.
It doesn't work if you live.
I mean, really, you should have your own place. I could help you with that. We would just have to talk about the the dying thing.
Oh, everyone dying was my pitch, actually. Super proud of it.
Heart of pot.
Special bite for the last guest to be caught. A little play on the Passard egg.
My name is not Margot. It's Erin. Party's over.
Sorry, I'll take that.
It's fine. Miss Bloom, please. Allow me. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, God. I'm afraid our menu cannot continue as planned until we deal with an unresolved matter.
Her.
You.
Oh, him.
Tell me why you're here.
I wanted to experience your food.
And what were you told?
It'd be the greatest menu ever created.
And?
That everyone would die.
Everyone would die. You had a date. You seem to remember you had a date.
With me, chef.
So you brought Margot.
That's just because you don't offer seating for one.
So you hired her knowing she'd die.
Yes.
Can't blame her, can you? Who are you to secrecy? Why do you think I'd do this?
You said I know a lot about food.
That's right. You're not like the others, are you? You know what a Paco jet is, and
Yeah.
you knew what the bergamot was. That impressed me. Yeah. You're a cook. Come with me. It's a chef's jacket.
Handsome boy.
E-Y-L-E-R. I'm proud of you. Now, cook.
Now?
Cook.
I don't.
Cook. Go on now.
Please rise to observe the
Everyone, please come
demonstration.
around. Tyler is going to demonstrate his culinary expertise.
Leeks.
Get to cook some leeks. Shit? Would you like some shit?
No, shallots.
Shallots for the great foodie, the phenomenal Mr. Foods himself. A new dicing method of which we have been woefully ignorant. What next? Butter, leeks, and shallots sautéed in butter. I bear witness to a revolution in cuisine.
Oh, yeah, I think it's done, chef.
You think it's done? You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's actually quite Dad.
Utter lack of cohesion.
You are why the mystery has been drained from our art.
Sorry, Chef.
Has to do some. Take himself out. Oh God.
Now you're free too. We strive for perfection, which of course does not exist, and that is a hard truth for me to accept, so please forgive me.
Oh, I just put everything together.
We must prepare for dessert. Requires a large barrel. Colleague Elsa forgot to assign someone to bring it. Margot, you will fetch the barrel instead.
Chef, perhaps one of us should...
Margot is now one of us, Elsa.
She works in the service industry. Was hired by Tyler to come because he didn't value her life. She was with what's his face? Him. Doing you know what? I think.
I just don't think it's really fair.
Do you want to know why you're being punished? I saw the film Calling Dr. Sunshine. I did not enjoy it.
Sorry?
It was a Sunday. My one day off in months. The day where I was allowed to live.
I didn't direct it, I just acted in it.
The memory of your face in that film haunts me. What happens to an artist when he loses his purpose? Pitiful.
Okay.
No, you're right.
It's not worth dying for.
What about her?
Or being murdered.
What school did you go to?
Brown.
Student loans? I'm sorry, you're dying.
I shouldn't laugh. I mean, fuck. Do not touch that fucking meat. Well, I think it's safe to say I would be living in this movie. Go through the silver door. Oh!
No one is allowed inside Chef's house. Do you think you're special?
She just wanted a fucking reason to kill her.
You've been a nuisance since you have arrived.
I'm sorry. You will not replace me. Replace you? Trust me, I have no...
So hot. Hand right there. Smack that bitch in the head. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Paco.
About the barrel, I didn't forget.
Oh my God!
She's gonna go in there. Oh, and he's gonna be in there? Oh, wow. Lillian Bloom.
Hello?
Happy birthday, dear bride.
You told him it was my birthday?
Seemed funny about 3 hours ago.
Thank you.
Take your seat. I want you to understand something. I am a monster. No, was a monster and a whore. But tonight, everything I'm doing is pure. As Dr. King said, we know through painful experience that freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed.
Did you just quote Martin Luther King?
Yep.
All right, I see you found our radio.
This was planned.
Did you call someone?
This is planned.
What? What are you doing?
Oh, man! Bro, easy.
You'll be tempted to ask him for help. He cannot help you if you really want to be responsible for the death of an innocent man. This entire evening. Why didn't you all try harder to fight back? Probably
Gaslight you?
something to think about.
But also, it feels planned.
Good evening, officer. How can we help you?
Got a report of disturbance. Are you the owner?
Ownership changed hands recently, but that's another story. Now, I don't wish to be rude, but as you can see, we're right in the middle of service.
I think he is in on this, but I would be like, me, I did it.
Hey. Are you...
Yes, I am.
Do you like his autograph?
I don't want to bother
Dude,
you.
that's so fucked.
It wouldn't be a bother. I don't have a. What's your name?
Dale. You're great. My wife and I, we love that. What's it called? The one where you play the surgeon.
Call him Dr. Sunshine.
Yeah. So I'll be leaving now. Hands on your head, everyone! Now.
No, you're joking.
Help us! Yes, yes,
Hey, back to your seat. Everyone, back to your seat. Silence. Everyone, back where you're. Everyone, on your knees with your hands over your head now.
This is part of the experience. This is part of the menu, guys.
Stay calm. Nobody move until I say so.
He's getting shot. 100%.
No.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you.
Those motherfuckers.
Good job. So in a kitchen, we all work together and nothing works at all. We work as a team. You've betrayed our sacred bond of trust. I was wrong. You're an eater. You're a taker, like all the rest.
No, she's not. She gets to be the
I don't
director.
like your food, and I would like to send it back.
No one sends it back. That's what fucking. I don't even remember his name now. He even wrote it on his jacket.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You've taken the joy out of eating. Every dish you've served tonight has been some intellectual exercise rather than something you want to sit and enjoy. It tastes like it was made with no love.
Oh, this is ridiculous. We always cook with love, don't we?
Come on, chef. I thought tonight was a night of hard home truths. This is one of them. You cook with obsession, not love. Your single purpose on this earth is to serve people food that they might actually like, and you have failed. You failed, and the worst part is, I'm still fucking hungry.
You're still hungry? How hungry?
Starved.
What are you hungry
A
for?
hamburger.
What do you have?
A hamburger.
Everything.
You know what I'd really like?
A hamburger.
Tell me.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, we can do a cheeseburger.
A real cheeseburger. Not some fancy deconstructed avant bullshit. A real cheeseburger.
Well, I'll make you a very good, very
And I'm gonna
traditional
eat
cheeseburger.
it.
I don't think you can.
I'll make you feel as if you're eating the first cheeseburger you ever ate. Cheap one your parents could barely afford.
How much will that set me back?
$9.95.
That come with fries?
Niels?
Yes, chef.
Is the fryer still on?
Yes, chef.
Crinkle cut or julienne?
Why do I like this movie? Ugh. I really didn't think that I was gonna like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's so fucked up.
Now that is a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think my eyes were a little bigger than my stomach.
Well, I understand.
Can I get the rest to go?
One cheeseburger to go. Thank you for dining at Hawthorne.
Thank you for
The cheeseburger, and that's it.
for everything.
kudos to that woman for not being mad at her, you know? It's hard.
Before our final course, there is the matter of the bill.
Oh, no. It's on the magazine.
So once again, thank you for dining with us tonight. You represent the ruin of my art and my life. Now you get to be a part of it. Part of what I hope is my masterpiece.
Catching it all on fire. S'mores? That's an interesting way to fucking go out. There's s'mores. I know
And now our final dessert course is a playful twist on the comfort food classic. The s'more.
Oh, it represents the fire, okay.
The most offensive assault on the human palate ever contrived. Unethically sourced chocolate and gelatinized sugar water imprisoned by industrial-grade graham cracker. It's everything wrong with us, and yet we associate it with innocence. But what transforms this fucking monstrosity is fire. Purifying flame. It nourishes us, warms us, reinvents us, forges, and destroys us. We must embrace the flame. We must be cleansed, made anew.
Thank you.
I love you all.
We love you, Chef!
I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't that. I went into this movie feeling very like about it. Like I don't know. There's just something about it that I just don't think that I'm gonna like. I guess it was just the concept of like I knew it was a horror movie with like comedy elements and it's surrounded with food, and it just was weird to me. Like it didn't make sense. I don't even know where to start. I don't know how to break this down. I feel like I need time to to digest it. Oh man, I really liked this movie. I don't know that I would recommend anyone to watch this movie. I really liked this movie. Just because it kind of kept me on my toes. The one thing that I was like, this is the one scene, this is the one way that I don't want somebody to go out, was like the first death. It happened, I swear to fucking God, it happens in every movie that I react to. And it's almost like this little joke, this little, hey, almost like this little sinister evil being that we won't name. Maybe this is just my religious trauma creeping in, but being like, hey, you know that you're recording yourself and you have this one thing that's really difficult for you to process? That's what's gonna be in that. Every movie, guys, every single movie, every movie, even the show that I just watched. But anyway, that's just a whole other thing. Wow, fuck, man. I don't even know. Because I was like, I don't understand how horror and food in a restaurant, like, come together. Like, why would it happen unless someone was just, like, a crazed killer who just wanted to, like, you know, fucking use their bodies to, like, make food or whatever. That's what I thought it was gonna be. And it wasn't. And it was, just so fucking thought out. And now I feel like that fucking kid who was like, ooh, this food is so this, and it's just so this, and I'm like, ooh, in the movie. And it's fucking hilarious because it can play off of food critics and movie critics too. And that New York restaurant that offered the food experience, and I have no idea what the name of it is, but you had to pay an enormous amount of money, and it was like really fucking hard to get into. Supposedly, it's closed down. It closed down very quickly. But I remember one of the dishes someone said was like, I want to say it was like duck brain inside of the duck head, and people would be like, oh my god, it's so creative. No. I'd be like, this is fucking nasty. I'm not eating this shit. A chef losing his art, losing his desire. Hell, I mean, I'm gonna sound like a fucking dweeb here, but statistics show that once you put, you know, a fucking price on art, and I don't know if it depends on like what different art we're talking about. I just know that people who make art and sell their art, their happiness decreases whenever you actually like put a value on it, right? It's so stressful. I've even like kind of dipped my toes into it because I'd like to think that I'm an artist. I just don't practice because it's very stressful, and I don't do it for myself. And it's something that I would really like to get back into and not feel the need to share it on social media or to sell it on Etsy, or like I want to do it for me, and I want to be happy. And like if something doesn't, you know, isn't the best, like who fucking cares? Perfection, like he said, doesn't exist, and that's something that I need to remember too. Funny that I'm like, oh, talking about art and like perfection and like all this shit when I literally just watched a s'more sandwich being made of everyone. Oh man, this movie's gonna stick with me. Alright, when I watched episode 3 of The Last of Us, I thought about it for like 2 weeks. Not non-stop, but just like throughout my day, I'd be booping around, you know, and then I'd be like, oh, fucking God, it's like right in the gut. I'm gonna be thinking about this movie for a long time, and I love movies like that, and I was about to pass this up completely, and I'm so glad that I didn't. I'm not even gonna say like, oh, it's my favorite movie, or like, this is what I like about this movie. It's just a movie that makes me think about shit, right? It's not something I can see coming. It's not the same fucking bullshit. And, you know, talking about class war is something that needs to be said. It needs to be thought of and talked about. But I don't know the last time that I just watched like a regular ass movie that surrounded this theme. It's been a while. At least with not just like, oh, that's like part of it. Like, I went to Brown. Do you have student loans? No. You're dying tonight. Like, I can't help but like, that's fucking hilarious to me. Should it be? No, people can't help, you know, where or how, what part of the world they're born into. But as someone who has always been and still fucking is super poor, even though I'm like doing the best that I've ever done. It's just hilarious to see the pretentiousness of people like the starting main character, the dude. I think his name is Nicholas Hoult. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna be really, really sitting with this movie. Maybe there's shit that I missed. You know, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I think I pieced everything together pretty damn well with the main actress. Anna Joy, I think is her name, maybe. Oh man, I just can't get that scene out of my head with him. He knew that. I haven't even talked about that. I like forgot about that. Like, he knew for 8 months. Oh, like, yeah, you can come to this experience and you can meet me and I'm the chef that, like, you give a shit about and, like, it's gonna be the best food you've ever had in your life. But you have to die and you have to bring someone with you to die. One, you know, even if that experience was, like, worth it for you, which what the fuck? Like, I could never sacrifice another human life for even the most difficult of things, but to just flippantly be like, you know, I really wanted to see you use that fucking, I don't even remember that fucking vacuum thing. And it's funny because I grew up watching, like, Iron Chef, and yeah, I say that funny. It's not iron. It's Iron Chef, like Iron Man. And Chopped, and like pretty much everything that was on the Food Network channel that was available to me. I don't know, I'm gonna be thinking about this shit a lot. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. Please talk to me about this movie, because I don't know anybody else who has watched this movie, and I'm gonna be thinking about it. It's wild to me that the whole crew was prepared for that and willing. I can understand, like, I feel like a few of them would at least flip, you know, even if like you had like a cult leader who was like, we're done with this, nobody gives a shit actually anymore, and nobody cares about our craft and our dedication and like all of these beautiful things that we sacrifice our life for. You could probably get a few people to be like, you know what, fuck yeah, like, we're on board, this is worth it. And like I said, it was a beautiful way to go out. But I feel like there would at least be a couple of people be like, no, you know what, I agreed with you in the moment, but also, like, I don't actually want to be a s'more sandwich right now. I'm gonna fucking book it. I'm getting on this boat. Or, like, the first guy. Oh, that's so fucking hard for me. But, the way that he, like, started crying, I was like, oh, fuck, no, this is bad. This is bad. Something is about to happen. And I kept waiting for it, too, because, like, I knew it was a horror film, kind of. And they were just sitting there eating, and I was like, something is gonna happen. But I'm kind of surprised that more of the main characters, the diners, didn't have, like, there was the guy who worked in the service, who went out first, and then the Nicholas Hoult character, you know, went and done what he did. What a fucking jackass. Like, I thought that it would be maybe even more brutal than it was. So I'm kind of surprised that everybody at the end went out the same way. I thought it was going to be like very, oh yeah, and then the guy who owned it. Although I think it was like, it was funny and I understood why he did what he did, there's also still like this huge, major part of me that is like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to take that guy's finger? Who the fuck are you to take these people's lives? Did that lady shut down a bunch of different restaurants, and is she probably a see you next Tuesday? Absolutely. But who the fuck are you to be like, my art form is ruined because I fucking hate, I was gonna say poor people. No. Rich people. I don't even remember the word rich. It's not even my fucking vocabulary. I hate rich people. So, like, I get to murder a dozen people beautifully. I don't know. That's just like the whole thing with that. I brought up Saw. Now, they're not the same at all. I'm not saying that. But there was this one part, I don't even know, I felt like it was like Saw fucking 14. And it was like, this lady is a smoker, and we're gonna put her in this device, and whoever has the most oxygen at the end of it gets to live. And it's like, man, let people have their fucking vices, dude. Let people make their own decisions. You can't force people to be good people. You can't force people to respect art. You can't, like, alright. So, that's my take on it. I wish that I had something more, like, profound to say. Like I said, I'm gonna really be thinking on this. I really thought it was funny because I have a super fucked up sense of humor. Also, the PTSD stuff. So, like, I like just shit that's kind of like pushes the bounds, I guess. Although sometimes it is hard for me to watch. If you enjoyed this, you can leave a like, you can subscribe, you can comment down below what you want to see a reaction to. What movies, what TV shows, maybe what games. I don't know. I might dabble in some more spooky games. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.